Welcome back, everybody, to the podcast. Life Starts Now. I know it's been a while since we last uploaded. We took some time off and spent a lot of time with family over the holiday break. We had like 10 Christmases, a bowl trip, things like that had gotten in our way. So welcome back and welcome to a new year. We're very excited to get going again. And we wanted to start this episode off by sharing with you some of our goals for 2019.
Seemed only fitting to do our first episode of 2019 on goals, and so we want to kind of publicly share what we've sat down and talked about together and individually as to what our goals are for this year. Getting clear on your goals, yes, it's just so important to have a clear vision for your goals. If you don't intentionally set time to think about it, then nothing's going to happen. I know in years past, I've just kind of, my New Year's resolution is this and this, and that's been fine. It's usually almost never stuck before. But I have just had a whole new outlook on goal setting going into 2019. Since starting my own health and fitness business, I goal set all the time, and I encourage all of my clients to do so as well. So it's something I'm really passionate about. I think goal setting works, and so naturally, that's what we're going to do. One thing I want to say, and first of all, it's not too late if you haven't set your goals. Yes, it's January 16th. We're recording this on the 16th at least. And maybe you had a New Year's resolution or a couple of goals that you kind of set loosely, and maybe you've already fallen out of those, or maybe you're going strong into week 3 now. But what I just want to say is it's not too late to sit down and intentionally set goals for the year of 2019. I know I sit down with myself and have like a little personal meeting every month, on around the first of the month, to set goals for that month. So even if you wait till February 1st, that's fine. Just make a plan of action, and don't be scared of setting big goals. I know some people shy away from setting big goals because they're like, oh, well, what if I don't make it? Then I'm a failure or whatever. But I completely 180'd my outlook on that, because if you set a goal here, then you are going to run after and commit to that goal so much more than you would have if you set your goal here, and you're going to get even closer than you ever would have, because the minute you set a more limiting goal, then that's as high as you're going to go. So go for whatever it is, dream big, and get almost there instead of setting your standards low and really limiting yourself from your potential with whatever area of life you're setting your goal for.
Right, that's a good point. And I also think, though, at the same time, it's really good to set small goals as well. For somebody like me, I set a bunch of small goals during my day, and it makes it easier for me to hit those goals. And when I do hit those goals, I gain a little bit more confidence each time. It's sort of like a snowball effect, and then you get the motivation to keep going towards those bigger goals. And those small goals will help you achieve your bigger goals, because they just keep piling up, and you need those to be able to add up to your big goals, I guess. So.
Oh yeah, I'm glad you said that. So now when I go to do I told you guys I'm a nerd about this. So every week, Sunday night, I set my goals. Then once a month, on the first of the month, I set my goals. And that's all stems from this big picture of goals that we're sharing with you guys. Our yearly goals, if you just stop there, you're not going to make it. You got to make a plan to hit those goals. So I break it down into actionable, manageable steps that I can take to help meet milestones along the way. So yeah, you're exactly right, Cole. You have to do that.
Right. And I have not done this yet, but makes a great point. You need to figure out a game plan on how you're going to reach these goals. So for example, if my goal is, to read more, well, that's not really, it's a good goal. Awesome, but you kind of need a plan to achieve that. Let's say, okay, in order for me to read more, I need to wake up 30 minutes earlier each day, or answer less emails and set a. I mean, not constantly checking your emails all the day and wasting time, and set a certain time like noon and 3 p.m. to answer all your emails at the same time. It's sort of like a way to prioritize and make sure you get all your goals done, things like that. So
yeah, because it's like when I set a time block, which I have to do this because and Cole can attest to how incredibly busy I am most seasons of the year. If I set 30 minutes aside and I plan out like these 30 minutes of the day, these are the tasks I'm going to accomplish, and I will knock them out, and versus having like a free day on a free Saturday, I would get those same 3 things done, and it would take me all day because I didn't like narrow it down and really have focus time.
Yeah.
So it really pays off in the end.
Right. If you wait till you feel like it, it'll never happen. So, well, with that being said, we want to share with you our goals for 2019. We want to do this for a couple reasons, so you kind of get to know where we're at, where we want to be. And we want to show you kind of our list, and maybe you could base a list off of how we did it. And 2, it kind of helps keep us accountable as well, because this is totally out there and everybody knows what our goal is. And so it'd be a lot more embarrassing for me if everybody at the end of the year, when I tell everybody I didn't make my goals, that I didn't. So
thank you in advance for keeping us accountable.
Yeah. And if you want to check up with us all the time and say, hey, how's that goal doing? Please do. That'd be great. That'd be great.
Go for it.
So we categorized our goals into business, personal, and then together, which is like goals that we want to accomplish, as a married couple and things like that. So I'll start off by talking about my business goals. And I think the number one thing for me is to book bigger clients in the videography industry. Been doing a lot of small stuff, and as I continue to do that and save up some money for a little business account, and I can use that to get better gear, so I can do bigger clients and booking things like that. So that's kind of a big goal for me. Maybe do something more than just a one-on-one, maybe with like a crew, everybody else, maybe hiring some other people to help out, things like that. That's a little bigger than just bringing a camera down, and maybe doing some bigger business kind of stuff. Number two is to improve my drone work. Drones are incredible, and I've been doing some crazy stuff with them lately for things besides just video and photo. And I'd like to look into some other things, like there's crop dusting, there's roof management, where you can measure, inspect without getting up on a ladder, things like that. And I'd like to be able to imply that with the drone I have, to be able to extend, my business to other places besides just photo and video. Replying to clients immediately is number 3. That's one I struggle with every once in a while. I'm not the best focuser. I read it, and then something else pops in my head, and then I go do that, and then it takes a while for me to get back. And so I need to be more intentional about replying to people immediately. And if you've worked with me, you probably already know that. So I apologize to all of those who have had to wait for me to reply to them.
Yeah, Cole and email, as a little sidebar. So I've actually been really impressed with how you've improved in that. Long story short, when he first started his business, we kind of worked together on a lot of like the office-y type tasks. And so being someone that was very experienced with emails and professionalism and things like that, I helped out a lot with that, and I don't anymore, obviously, with my other things going on. And I've just seen you grow a lot reflecting back on 2018 and taking ownership for all the aspects of the business.
I definitely struggled where I write an email and it just sounds dumb, so I delete the entire thing, rewrite it, And this happens like 5 or 6 times. And then I'm like, man.
Stay in school, kids.
Yeah, I stayed in school.
Just kidding.
Jeez. Anyway, all right. Number 4 is to update my website as somebody who constantly is doing projects and hopefully getting better and better with each one. Everything I put out there is new and needs to be updated, and I've gotten behind on doing all that stuff. It's not really something you think of at the time, but hopefully my stuff later on is much better than when I first started my website. So I need to update that.
Yeah, you keep improving.
Yeah, get it more current. Be a better time manager. Manage my time a little better. I talked about earlier about putting aside time for doing this, like for an hour editing, and then after that check the email, and then after that update the website, and make sure I've got a plan instead of every day walking around, what do I need to do today, and then get sidetracked and things like that. Come up with a complete mission statement. I actually don't have this, and it's kind of disappointing. This is definitely something you need. And I have not really, I just have a general, I need one that's down, that I can look at every day and make sure I see and know exactly why I'm doing what I'm doing. Mm-hmm. So maximize time / profit. That's how I wrote that one down. It's kind of like managing time better, but it's basically taking your time, how to maximize the profit with a littler amount of time, if that makes sense. So getting more done in little time will actually maximize your profit. A lot of people, work these 8-hour days, and I know a lot of people in an office who are on LinkedIn and all that kind of stuff. You don't need to have an 8-hour day to make the same amount of money as, let's say, you did all of your work straight through in 3 hours, and you did the same amount of work as you would in an 8-hour day if you were just lollygagging around.
Breaks,
and exactly. So I want to maximize that time and to be able to work harder during that, and so I can maximize and then get time, after for things like our podcast and dinner and stuff like that at night. Improve marketing techniques. So I need to, this kind of goes with updating the website, and then I need to be more active on my social media, promoting my things, all that kind of stuff to get my name out there and stuff, and keep my posts out there. So that's kind of my business goals.
You want me to share my business goals?
Yeah, and then you share your business goals.
So, I got a couple of different things going on here. So this is like my professional goals, between my business, teaching, and the things that I do. So my first one for the business side of things is I really want to work on like developing my brand and developing a strong brand with what I do. I do like something very unique. Like I kind of work for a company, but I also like my business is whatever I want to make it, and it's mine, and so my brand is me, but just really kind of defining that and coming up with working with some designers on maybe a logo or some things like that. So with that comes my next business goal, which is like I have this vision for what I want it to be, but I need to like put it on paper. I need to make a business plan and some smaller action steps to get there, because sometimes my brain just goes crazy with everything going on in it, and I really just want to narrow in on like what is my vision for this. Obviously in my industry, the reason I do what I do is to help people develop a lifestyle that they feel good with and feel comfortable in their own skin, and pursue confidence and also build their own business. So I do lots of things with that, and so part of that is running, my fitness groups, as you've probably seen if you are on my social media at all. So continuing to run awesome challenge groups that really helps people make a change in their life in whatever direction they want to go to, and just be there for them on a consistent basis. So that's one of my goals, is to keep doing that. And all of this, thinking about it, is so crazy because a year ago I didn't even know like this opportunity existed. So it's insane in 9 months how far I've come with that and how different my life looks now. So I guess just saying that out loud, I'm kind of spilling out my thoughts, but it's pretty crazy how God can work. And then another goal, 2 more just kind of smaller goals, which are actually big goals, with my business, is every summer they get us all together and you have the opportunity to go to Indianapolis to a conference with all the other coaches within our company. And so my goal is to go to that and get to kind of meet all of these people that I've developed some really strong, real connections with, seeing them pretty much every day virtually and finally getting to meet them. And I am super excited for that. There's just a ton of women out there that I didn't know existed and have so much in common with me, and especially in my faith. And it's been really cool to talk to these people and grow with these people and run in our businesses together with these people I've never met in person, but are just like my people. And I can't wait to do that. So that's one of my goals. And then lastly, there's this really cool incentive to qualify for our trip to, I think next year it's to Punta Cana, but one of my goals is to be able to qualify for that. So
I come, right?
Yes, we get to bring a guest, and we'll see if I bring
It'd be crazy because staying at home while you're gone for a week doesn't sound terrible, you know? Just kidding.
You know I would bring you.
I know.
Okay, and then a couple goals with my professional career, which is teaching 6th grade. My goal walking in there every day always has been and still continues to be to like inspire my kids daily, and just kind of, yes, our responsibility solely is to teach the curriculum, and of course I'm going to thrive in that or do my very best in that area. However, what's just as important in my book is kind of teaching them about life and how to be just an overall good person and good citizen out there in the real world. So hoping to kind of continue to drop those seeds. And then just kind of my mission behind teaching in general is to make sure that every student that I have the blessing of working with knows that they are loved and they are cared for by me, and that they have someone there for them every day who's going to show up. So those are a couple of my professional goals.
Now we're going to move on to personal goals for both of us.
It's about to get personal.
It's about to get personal, definitely.
Wow, that was so bad.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's all right. Anyway, for me, my number one, I guess these are just, there's no order or anything, but one of my goals is to, if you don't know, I do play video games every once in a while, and I upload to a YouTube channel. So I want to do a little bit more streaming with my friends. It's been a great way to connect with a lot of people, and it's something I very, very love to do. So I want to be more consistent on that personally. Number 2 is upload a podcast each week. So January 16th, doing a good job this year so far with 0 out there. So that's good. We had this one written up pretty early enough, and, you know, life's life. So if you have already screwed up your goals, don't worry. I'm on the same page. So we'll get there together. Number 4, exercise daily at minimum. Take a walk or do something, get out of the house. As somebody who does a lot of video editing, I sit at a desk for a while at home, so I don't even get up to drive to work. So there can be some times where I'm just there for all day. And I am in my wife's little challenge thing. So it's day 3, and it feels like day 40, so it's going well.
He's killing it so far.
Yeah, today was tough, but and we'll get there. Another one is overall just treat my body better. I never eat right, I don't exercise a lot, and I get minimal sleep. The 3 things that your body really needs to do.
They say opposites attract.
They do. We need each other. You got to be more relaxed, and I have to do everything better. So including in that exercising thing, we're on a little eating plan together. So as long as I eat the same thing as you do, I should look like you eventually, right?
Oh my God.
Just kidding. Sleeping, I need to get more sleep too. That's really when your body recovers. And you don't need a lot of, a good amount would be 7-8 hours.
Is different.
Every person is different. But I was staying up till like 2-3 a.m. and then
or 5.
Or 5. It's been a lot. Yeah. Number 6 is create some content for myself. I absolutely love what I do, working for clients and all that stuff. But like 2 summers ago, I used to create Instagram videos all the time at the lake, things like that I just really enjoyed as a side project. It was a great way for me to clear my mind, mess around with some other stuff I normally wouldn't do in, a client video. And I really want to do some more of that for myself. It's good. It's a good little break. And it's something that I think everybody needs. So read is another one for me. Two books. There's only 2 books I'm really interested in, and one is the Bible, and the other one is any sort of like self-help book. Like, for example, the book I'm reading right now is The 4-Hour Workweek. It's been awesome. It's kind of talking about how to maximize your time and your profit, like I talked about in the business side of things earlier. And then number 8 is have more self-confidence. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but I really don't have a lot of self-confidence. And this goes to everything. Like every time I do a video or do an email, I always have to redo things and go back. And, I need to be confident in myself and my ability, and I need to stop talking down on myself as well. Do you notice that?
In your professional life, yes. I feel like you have a lot of confidence in other areas.
Well, picking up good-looking girls.
Oh my God.
That's about it, awesome. Man. That's about it. All right, that's it for my personal. So go ahead.
Okay, so mine, some of them are tangible and some of them are like overall things I want to think about more or just create as a habit, infuse it into my personality type of things. So, first of all, I want to continue to pursue the best physical shape of just reach my potential in that, which is kind of fun because that's part of my business is working on myself. So I absolutely love that I get to do that. Did you say and you?
Yeah. And you have to work on me.
It's kind of fun. And then also I just want to be more brave and have more courage when it comes to taking risks that I may not be comfortable taking, especially only when God is like calling me to something and I might be scared to take the leap and stuff like that. But I just want to be more confident in what I'm hearing from Him and be brave enough to actually take action on it. I also like to continue to grow intentionally with Jesus, and I do that. I feel like I've grown so much in this area the past year. I used to really struggle with being consistent in spending time with Him every day, which is just like any other relationship. When you don't spend time with a person, you don't grow closer. And so I felt like developing consistency in my workouts naturally made me consistent in other areas, and that was one of them, and kind of infusing them together. So I've grown a lot in that area, and I want to continue to do that because really He is the reason why I am here on this earth, and every day I want to wake up and remind myself of that. Stop second guessing myself. Sometimes I struggle making decisions, like super small decisions, like what I'm going to order on the menu.
Yeah. This one's huge. And I have made a lot of decisions for you.
Okay, but they're usually like stupid decisions.
Oh, always.
Yeah.
Mostly.
It's always the little
95% of
decisions.
the time.
So I just need to like stop doubting myself and just whatever, just go for it.
Here's the worst part is you'll ask me, oh, hey, do you like this? Oh, babe, love it. And then you'll come out with a different outfit on.
So true. Oh, yeah, that's very true. So I guess that goes with confidence, too, is just, I hate this saying, like, do you, but.
I love that saying.
Oh my gosh.
What? You do you?
Yeah, I don't like it. I just don't, I don't know. Whatever.
You might just have a
But
different
in this
interpretation.
case, I am saying that.
Oh, jeez. Interpretation.
What did you just say?
Nothing. Go on.
Okay, anyways, just be confident in my own decisions. Okay, where am I at? Oh, read a book a month. I'm like Cole. There are two kinds of books that I like: the Bible and professional development is what I call them.
Yeah. I don't like self-help. Professional development's much better. Yeah.
Professional, personal development. Those are my kind of books. I'm currently, and I'm all about Audible. So I don't have time to like sit and read every day besides my Bible. So I'm all about listening in the car or while I'm getting ready in the morning. That's like 25 minutes of solid just time with my book. Reading to me. And currently reading a book by Brendon Burchard. I might be butchering that name, but it's about the habits of highly successful people. So it's really good.
Seven Habits of Highly?
No.
Oh.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
It's a different one.
It's on my list.
Then I would also want to win my morning. So my morning routine changed 100% last year. I feel like 2018 was a big year for me. It totally changed, and I love winning my morning by getting some of my most important things done in the morning. Be servant-minded, so kind of others-centered and not focusing so much on myself. And then finishing the Bible in a year, which I started this on March 26th last year, and I'm on track to finish March 26th this year. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, that's dope.
Okay,
All right.
Together.
Couple. Are we going to read these together? Just kidding. All right. Yeah. We'll do every other. Perfect. Number 1, we need to either start or join a couples Bible study. That's something that we really need to be a part of. I think it's great to have the relationships with other married couples, where we can talk.
Yeah, sorry. I was going to say singles too.
Oh, yeah, singles, where we can talk about struggles, things that we all go through. We need that.
People in similar life stages.
Yeah. Yep. And we need that group where we can talk to, and that has the same faith and ideas as us as well.
Yeah, we had that in college.
Missing it quite a bit.
It.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But we haven't made it a priority outside of that, so we would like to do that. Weekly date nights, which has been a goal for a while. However, it seems to be one of the first things pushed out. So part of that is you guys, because tonight is our date night. Oh my gosh.
But you guys are more important to me.
I would consider this part of our date, though.
No, I would too. I would too. I would too.
But we're going to have a date after this.
Yes.
Anyways, prioritize that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Next one. Pray more as a couple. We need to do that together as well as separately. Mm-hmm. And it's been way more separately. And we need to, I think, along with that, ask each other what we need prayers for a little more often than we do. So that's a big goal for us.
Financially, we want to save up a down payment for a house. So that one's pretty self-explanatory.
Yep, that is a goal, but realistically, we might.
Yeah, we just want to like have a solid start.
Yeah.
We're not looking to probably buy a house by the end of the year.
Probably not. Yeah, 2 years maybe. So, together.
That we both need to do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Individually and separately, we want to initiate.
Yep. We need to initiate more friendships.
And hanging out with friends.
And hang out. Yeah. For me, I'm not a big talker. Call, phone guy, text, but I do need to, I think, reach out to buddies to check how they're going, see what everything's doing, what they're up to, life stuff. I think that's important, and I have been absolutely terrible at that, and we want to do that individually with both our friends and, with our friends together as well.
Yeah.
So.
And then this one is big. Be more generous. You guys all know by now, if you've been following us at all, that we've been on the Dave Ramsey financial plan. We got out of debt. We have our emergency fund pretty much fully funded at this point. So we're moving on to our next steps, but we wanted to do all of this because we want to be more generous in giving with our money. Mm-hmm. And so we want to focus on that a lot this year.
Yep, definitely. So that's it. That's all of our goals. It's a lot of goals. So
it's going to be a big year. I thought 2018 was big.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do anything like this for 2018, so that was my bad. 2019 is going to be a big year, faux show. It'll help it'll help having a, outlined thing to look at. And I think it's great. Let's say a quarter into the year, you can always check back and see how each goal is going. And then you can say to yourself, I forgot I had that as a goal in 2019, which I more than likely will do. And you can get right back on track. So that's great.
Set yourself up for failure.
See, more confidence. Anyway, that was our public way of expressing our goals in hopes that a year from now we'll be able to say that we did everything. So if you guys have any goals you want to share with us or anybody else, feel free to do. If there's like a comment section on the YouTube channel, do that. Or if this is on Facebook or whatever, send us an Instagram message, anything like that. We'd love to hear anything. So
DM me.
Slide into our DMs, faux show. I think, my Twitter DMs are open to everybody. So go for it. Anyway, that's it. If you enjoyed if you enjoyed this episode and you found some value in it and you want to leave a review or a like or anything, it really helps us out. That's really all we're asking for. It just helps this get to other people. So with that being said, we're very excited to start this new year off with some more of these. If you do have any requests at any time, please let us know, and we'll be glad to cover some of this stuff. So
Yep, it can have to do with literally anything. Marriage, our faith, businesses, owning your own business.
Cash money.
Financial goals.
Minimalism.
Whatevs. And we can do individual videos too. So if it's like really specific to me or to Cole, like give me some tips on creating a great video or editing a video or like tell me how to be a great teacher. Or
like how to work out properly and eat healthy.
Yeah.
And things like that. Yeah.
Let us know.
That's great. Well, thanks guys a lot. And we will see you next week because every week we'll have a podcast out. See you later.